Morning, good morning. All righty. So we're gonna get started. I like to get started here on time. Hey, Carla, welcome. Glad you're able to make it. As people still start to trickle in, today we're going to do a review of Q3 product updates and everything that we have rolled out and released last quarter. And we'll do the same next quarter for Q4 because we have a lot of exciting things that I'll give you a preview on here today. But for Q3, what we're going to do is I'm going to run through our major updates, our integrations, and our enhancements that we have built out over this quarter. And I will show you maybe a little demo of how to utilize these features. And then from there, we'll take any questions after we roll these out. So please feel free in the Q&A to post any questions, and I'll see that. I'll drag that over here, and I'll be able to answer those questions for you as we go along. All righty. So first things first, we have a conference here in Fort Lauderdale, January 20th and 21st, Thursday at Best Roofing at their location. And we're calling it a revenue mastermind because what we're going to be doing in January is basically planning the goal for all of 22 and how we can get there, along with best practices when utilizing follow-up and sharing with other contractors and construction companies on how to utilize follow-up and grow and share and learn from one another. Really excited about that. It's starting to come together. We reserved a block of rooms at the Riverside Hotel, really nice hotel downtown. We'll have dinner. We have a whole agenda set out to have a great experience. And worst case scenario, you'll be in Fort Lauderdale in January, which is a great scenario to be in. All righty. So let's hop in. Major features. So just a little overview here. I'm going to switch my screen over to follow-up here in just a minute. But what I want to do is talk about one-click add, contact view, parent-child relationships, automated schedule reports, email templates, proposal generator, and project management. All major features that we have rolled out that you may have access to depending on your plan. So let's hop in here. So let me share my other screen here. Let's see. Okay. Post in the chat if you can see now follow-up. I switched screens. Let's see if I'm any good at this Zoom thing that we've been doing here. Can you see that in the chat? Perfect. Thanks, Carla. All right. So first thing, one-click add. So we have a lot of analytics that we track about follow-up and the most important things that our users are doing every day. So what we wanted to do is make it as easy as possible to do the major things that you do every day in follow-up. And so that's why we created the global search, so you can quickly find any contacts, companies, or projects instantly by searching right here. And right here is the new one-click add feature. When you click on this, you'll see new project, new company, and new contact. So we, rather than clicking on the projects tab, then clicking on a new project, it would take to get to these pages maybe 2 to 3 clicks. And so what we've done is with one click, you're able to now enter in a project right into follow-up, nice and easy. So another great thing that we've done here is you can pull in your contacts from your company contact list or even your email list. So if your email is integrated, we can pull the contacts from there. So what we're trying to do is make the data entry as minimal as possible. So there's no excuse, right, for not using the system. So here, if you click on your email, you have your address book that's connected to your Outlook. You can search for them, or you can switch over to the company address book. Let's say I wanted to put this contact in. I click right there and boom, it's entered in for you automatically. So it's all connected. So me see. Okay. Oh, thanks, Antonio and Terry. Thanks for confirming that here. So that's a little bit about the one-click ad feature. Super nice and easy to use to make you more productive and make the data entry less. So that's a cool thing about that. Number two, the second thing we're going to talk about here today, I'm calling it contact view. You might have noticed here this new company's icon, and it drops down and it shows you companies and contacts. Now, these are just a simple list of your companies and your contacts. Think about it this way. You have your project, which is the center point of Follow-Up CRM. But on that project, you will have a contact associated with that project. And then that contact is also associated with its company, right? So this brings it together so you can nice and easily search, find, and work on these companies and contacts. So if I click on a company, let me click on that right here, it'll just take you to a nice clean list of your companies. And if you clicked on contacts, it would show you basically the same thing, a nice clean list of your contacts. And I'm just going to click on a company right here. So when you click on the company, this is what gets me excited because you can see the profile of your company here that you're working with. Now, just to hit pause here, this might be an engineering company that you're working with, a design firm that you're working with. It could be a competitor. I've seen clients of ours put their competitors and say, oh, this competitor won this bid, right? Or it's a GC that you might be working with. The cool thing is when you're working with GCs and putting them into the system, you're able to say, oh, look, with this company, I have 2 open bids with them right now, and they're both hot. So it can give me the status of those 2 open bids, and I can drill in and find those projects. Right below it, you'll see a closing ratio with this company. Now, I have companies that have come back to me and said, you know, this page now, we know how good of a relationship we have with that company, right? So you can see they win almost 70% of the work that we bid to that company, right? So this is a company that you might want to take out on a steak dinner or something like that, right? And really develop those relationships. On the other hand, maybe you have a GC or something like that that you're working with, and they ask you for a bid all the time, but you don't get any work. What are they doing? They're probably just price shopping. And I've had also companies and clients that come back to me and say, you know, we had this GC and they were just price shopping and price shopping. And I told them, he said, I bid 20 jobs to you and we haven't won any of them. And he's like, how do you know that? He's like, well, I track it within Follow-Up CRM. So the analytics help you, you know, bid less, win more, and work smarter. Now, where is this all coming from? This is coming from the project. So here you can see recent projects, right? So if I drill into this, it'll take me to the project page and you'll be able to see this company listed there, right? Now, this is the company. Now, the contact right here, you'll see your contacts listed there. And I'm going to click on Tom right here. This is a fake company that we've created. Tom is at First Choice Roofing. They're a great client of ours. So I'm glad to demo his name here. But let's say I drill into Tom and I can see information about Tom, his phone number, his email, the company, the title. I can schedule a follow-up date. I can assign them to an account manager. I can also select a contact type, and all of these are customizable, right? So that allows you to get better analytics, better data from the people that you're working with. Now, as you saw on the company page, when I drill into Tom's profile, I can see his current pipeline and my closing ratio with him particularly. So you can see I have 1 open job with Tom and my closing ratio is right there. So the reason why this is beneficial is, let's say you're working with a property management company and you might work with 20 property managers at that property management company. Now, let's say you're bidding to that company, but you really have a good relationship with 2 of the 10 people. You'll be able to see that here and get those relationship analytics. So you can say, okay, you know, Tom, He's a great guy to work with. We're going to definitely bid to him. But, you know, this other guy here that we bid to, but we don't win any work for him. Let's try to develop that relationship a little bit more, right? So that's what that does. And again, the recent projects are right here. Now you might notice here 2 other tabs. Here, if I click on the Notes tab, these are notes specifically to Tom that you might want to track. Maybe Tom likes some kind of sport team. You want to put Tom's birthday in here. Whatever you want to have here, you can note about Tom so that you don't forget it. That's true CRM. That's true contact management. You can put these notes in here so that you can track any information that you would like to track about Tom, which is pretty cool. And then here in this last tab are emails. Let's say I don't have any open projects with Tom, but I want to email and follow up with Tom to develop a relationship with him further. Number one, I might want to schedule a follow-up date, right? I can schedule that follow-up date for next month to remind myself, hey, I need to follow up with Tom, and that date would appear on my dashboard as an activity that needs to be accomplished, right? Now, if I just wanted to send Tom an email that is not associated with a project, I can do that right here. I can compose an email, send it right through the system, and now I'm tracking my communication with Tom as an individual. So very powerful feature. You know, this is really nice. Oh, one other thing that people really like is when you send an email out, you can actually see if they have opened the email with a little eyeball on the screen that opens and closes when, so when you send it, it's closed because they haven't read it yet. But when they read it, the eyeball turns green and it opens, which is pretty neat to see. So that's a little bit about the contact feature and how clients are utilizing that. Now I want to talk about the next thing, parent-child relationships. Okay, what are parent-child relationships? Well, let me back up and say, let's say you're working with a property management company and we'll call them XYZ National, but they have a South Florida location. That is a parent-child relationship. This XYZ National might also have a North Florida office or an office in another state. This allows you to link those together into a parent-child relationship. So if I come back here to the company page, this would be an example of a parent company. And then if I scroll down here, I can link the related companies to the parent company, which is really nice and neat. So all the companies within the system are listed here within your system. So you can add a new company really quickly and now link these companies together. So you saw, you might find it familiar to what's on the project page. I'm going to go into that here in just a minute, but that is the parent-child relationships and how you're linking companies together. So you can see here, it says child company and company name. This allows you to build that hierarchy so that you can see, you know, what company relates to what other company. Now, let me talk about the parent-child relationships under a project. Okay. Now, the parent-child relationships on this page can be utilized in 2 ways. Number one, let's say you have this project and a change order comes up. Now, some of our companies, they track their change orders internally within the system. Some of them don't because it's not a sales process. You know, it's up to you on how you want to do that. But let's say you wanted to create a change order for this project. You could come here and copy the file. Now, when you copy the file, it will link that copy to this project right here under related projects. Or if you have another project that you want to link, you can search for them right here. This again builds that hierarchy so that you can understand, you know, how these 2 projects are related. Another use case for this is when you have multiple systems within a single project. For example, a lot of our companies are roofing companies. Let's say you're putting a roof on a stadium or something like that, and you have multiple different roof systems that you are estimating out. This project might be the overall project, and then you have your sub estimates underneath that. What you would do to create those is you would come here, click copy as related file, and that will automatically create a copy of the file and list it as a sub project to this project. That way it's one project, but it's also many projects at the same time. And the cool thing about that, you'll also be able to get analytics on that so that you can say, okay, we win a lot of this system and this system, but not this system. So it's really powerful when you're connecting your projects together and utilizing these relationships. So that's a little bit about the parent-child relationships. I'll pause here and say, everything that we're going over today, there's an article, there's a video, there's a how-to in our support center. So we'll have a copy of this sent out. This will be on YouTube as well. And if you ever need help, you can come chat with us. You can go to our help videos and articles and search for the topics that we just found and basically go through the same thing that I'm showing you here today. So definitely utilize the resources that, that we have created here. Okay. Now, number 4, automated schedule reports. Now this feature is really slick. I'm really excited about it because one of the major things that people purchase follow-up CRM for is our reports, our analytics, to get visibility, to see what's going on, to see where everything's at, right? Now, in the reports tab, if you're in the reports tab often, you probably noticed this already, but I want to walk through it. You'll see the schedule report button, okay? Now, what this does allows you to configure your report and automatically send it to your email, so you don't even have to come into the system anymore. You can just wake up on a Monday morning and have all these reports delivered to your inbox or to somebody else's inbox that needs to get the reports that they need to see from follow-up. So let me show you how you do that. For example, if you come here, I want to pull a report of yesterday's leads for the whole company. Pulling a report that way, you come here, you filter it, and then you click schedule. Now, this allows you to get the details of the schedule. So email subject line, yesterday's leads, right? Add recipients, so I can put my email and anybody else's email. You can send it out to 2, 3, 4 different people if you need to do that. So once that is added there, here you have delivery frequency, daily, weekly, or monthly. If you select daily, it will just send to you at the same time every day. That's simple. If you select weekly, we're going to ask you to say what day do you want it to be delivered. For example, Friday. So I want to see the leads for the week, Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock, emailed automatically, right? So that's the power of this automated report scheduling. Now you can do that for any report that's within the system, and you can have it emailed to you as a PDF or an Excel spreadsheet. Pretty cool. So it makes, again, you more productive, pulling reports that you need faster. So definitely get that going. One thing I do want to show you guys is, okay, let's say I set the report up, but I no longer want this report anymore. What do I do? So you can come here to your personal settings and you'll see a tab, schedule report emails. So right here, you would see it listed underneath here and the report name, subject, frequency. You can edit or delete that sequence and then you would no longer receive those emails. So it's very easy to set up, alter if you need to, but really excited about that feature. It's live in everybody's system. So go ahead and put some automated reports in there. Okay. Now, email templates. Let me show you a little bit about the email templates that we have released. If you come into your project, into your email section, you'll see here a new button that says templates. This is exactly what you might think. Are you sending the same email to a client over and over and over again, or the same email, like an introduction email, over and over again? This is what that helps you do. So if you come in here, you can see templates. My new templates, you can add a new template, save, delete, whatever you need to do. But if I were to add a new template, I could just come in here and you have your template name, you have your template editor, you click create, and it will be saved there for you. So if I wanted to send a template, I could come in here, click the plus sign, and compose my email. You'll see my new email template right here. So that will populate. Maybe it's a welcome email, whatever you need to send. Welcome to, Best Roofing or this company or that company. Glad to have you on board. We're going to be out there on this time and this date. You can send that off and send that template so you don't have to spend time typing it out anymore. So that's a really neat feature that we're super excited about. One thing you might have noticed is that when you send that email out, you have the ability to add a signature. You can do that here under your personal settings again. So if you come here to your personal settings, edit signature, right here, you can copy and paste your email from your Outlook or Gmail, copy and paste it right there, and it'll look just like that as if you're sending it from your Outlook or your Gmail. Likewise, when those emails are sent out, they are sent out from your Outlook or Gmail inbox. So it works just the same. The templates work just the same. Just makes it faster for you to send out those follow-up emails. So if we have any questions, please post them in the Q&A. I'll be happy to go over those at the end of the call today. Next thing I want to go over here is our proposal generator. This is a new product that we are releasing. There is an additional cost to this, but if you're familiar with DocuSign or some other kind of proposals, you might have seen some surveys that have recently come out within asking you, how do you do proposals today? That is because we have released this new product. Super excited about it. It's really nice. It's really slick, and I'm going to show you here how it works today. So let me pull up here, Best Roofing System, and let me pull up here. Okay, so here is Best Roofing's account. I just want to pull up this project that we have one made for. All right, I think it is this project. Here we go. And here it is. All righty. So let's start from the top. Let's say you want to create a proposal for this contact. Right here, you have your generate proposal button. And when you do that, you're taken to the proposal editor and you'll see this module down here. If I click and open this proposal, you'll see a couple of things, a lot of tools. So what we have aimed to do with the proposal generator is to take your existing proposal and get it within follow-up so that you can automate a lot of the processes that you might be doing manually right now in Word or in Excel, and do it all in one spot and get a digital signature so you can close deals faster. So let me walk through here. First, on this left-hand side, you have all your sections. You might have a long proposal, right? Some proposals are 10 pages long, especially with terms and conditions and different things like that. There's a lot of things to consider when coming to proposal. And thanks, Carla. Love that reporting feature too. So when it comes to the proposal generator, I call it kind of like your close. Everybody has a different proposal, and everybody wants theirs to look a little bit different. So what we've done is, as you can see here, the cover page, you can select your own cover page. Your logo is automatically entered. You have the project name, you have details about the project right there. And if you wanted to switch out this picture for another picture, you could definitely do that. You could just, all you have to do is click on that and you can see the photo is updated. These photos come from the document storage area. So if you upload it there, it will also appear right here, which is pretty neat. So you can take pictures on your phone. You could be out there on the job site, upload it right to the project file. It'll appear here and create your proposal, send it out, within minutes. So that's the cover page. Then here you'll notice all the different kind of sections that we have. These sections are customizable. These are Best Roofing's sections of their proposal. You may have more, you may have less, but what this allows you to do, if I click on the introduction page, you'll see a document editor template. You can have templates for many different kinds of work that you do. For example, let's say you do construction or service or residential. You might have a different introduction letter to each one of those kinds of clients, right? And rather than, typing that content over and over again or copying and pasting it, you can just enter the template, select the template. And as you can see here, we have these green project fields that are right here. So these project fields are coming from the project page, right? So here we have the contact's email, we have the name, we have the bid amount, we have the project name, right? So you can see here, project name, address, city, state, zip, right? And so when I generate this proposal, that will be taken from the project page and imported into the proposal for you automatically, saving you time. So here you can see a little bit about their proposal, how they like to do that. But again, you can have different templates for whatever you need. So if you have different kinds of work, you can edit this to fit your needs. I want to show you this page, which is nice. The current roof conditions. This allows you to upload photos and show the client exactly what's going on at their house or at their condo or the commercial building. Whatever you're doing, you can have those photos and you can see they were taken right from here. So you can add custom sections, you can add photos, whatever you need around this proposal, you can do. So right here on the top right-hand side, you can download the proposal if you need to, of course. Maybe you do in-person meetings, so we wanted to make sure that you're able to download and send that off if you need to. Or you can just send for signing electronically through follow-up and get that signature internally. So I want to show you the end result here. If I click review, this is the end result of the proposal. Let me zoom out here so you can see it. So here we go. We have a nice looking proposal here. This is that introduction page I was talking about. So it pulled in the project information automatically. You can see the photos. You can see their terms and conditions, things like that. And here you can see signatures, the signature date, right? So nice and easy. This is pretty much a carbon copy of the proposal that Best Roofing utilizes and in their Word document. So what we did is we took that Word document, we put it in here. So it looks and feels like it's just from your company. So the nice thing is once you send this out for signing, your customer will get an email saying that you have sent them a proposal, and they will click into that email and they would authenticate that it is them via their email and then click to sign or initial the proposal. As soon as that happens, that they have signed and initialed the proposal, you get a notification that the deal has been signed and the contract is closed. And then you both receive a copy of that signed proposal automatically in your inbox. And then you can continue on and fulfilling that work, which is pretty neat to do. So super excited about that feature. It's still in beta right now. We're looking for people to come try it out, give us more feedback before we announce publicly what's going on with our proposal generator. And the cost is $250 a month. And this is for the entire company. It's not per user, it's per system. So per company. If you're interested, please let me know. We'd be happy to get you onboarded, take one of your proposals, get it in there for you so you can look and feel what it would be like for your company. So super excited about that feature. it's ready. So reach out to us. And the last thing that I'm going to touch on here briefly is our project management. We've been working on project management, which is another product that we have to allow you to manage your projects, and your project managers know exactly what needs to get done. You could think of that as the second side of the coin. You have the sales side and you have the project management side. If you're interested in project management, reach out to me. Love to do a demo for you of how that would look. It helps you manage your crews. It helps you see where your crews are at. If you have a lot of jobs, it gives you a really nice Gantt chart feature so that you can see that. So that is at an additional cost as well with setup and training. So reach out to me if that's something that you're interested in. So those are the major updates. Now I'm going to switch my screen back over here so that we can talk about the minor upgrades. Oh, integrations. That's what we're going to talk about. So I'm not going to run through all of these as a demo, but these are the integrations that we've done last quarter. Number one is Company Cam, which is a photo application. So if you're on the job site, you're taking photos, it allows you to edit photos, draw on them. Really cool app, really slick company. A lot of our clients use them. And what happens in that integration is that we take those photos and automatically upload them into the project file based on the address. So you'll be able to have all those photos. And if you're using the new proposal generator, it's pretty cool because then you can take those photos and put it in a proposal. Wham, bam. Number two, Dataforma. We have a Dataforma integration. Super excited to partner with them. They are a great project management, service management tool that a lot of our clients utilize. And they're great partners of ours. We're actually going to their meetups, their regional meetups, and sponsoring some of those. So super excited to be working with them. The Estimating Edge. If you're not using an estimating tool today, the Estimating Edge is probably one of the leading cutting edge construction estimating softwares out there in the market. Really great company. They're out of South Florida as well. And basically what we do is we integrate so that we can kick off a project within their system and then pull relevant pricing data back into follow-up CRM so that you can continue with your sales process, right? Because estimating is just one part of the sales process. And so us together, we really link arms so that we can serve our clients well with the back and forth of sales and estimating. Viewpoint, Vista, and Spectrum. These are accounting softwares that a lot of our clients use, so we have integrated with Vista and Spectrum. If you're interested in those, the Vista and Spectrum integration is an additional cost. We work with a partner on that to make it seamless, as well as Sage 100 and 300. Those two are additional costs. The other three above, no additional costs for those integrations. So yeah, like I said, Sage 100, 300, or if you're more familiar with Timberline, that is the old name of Sage 300. So we integrate with those. That just came back from a conference in Las Vegas for Sage. Great time. So those are some of the recent integrations that we've done. And then the minor enhancements. Enhancements are basically upgrades to what we already have. We listen to your feedback and we really strive to make your day better and faster and make you more productive. So what we have done over the past quarter is a couple of things. Log in with Office 365 and Gmail. So it's a one-click integration, really nice. We integrated with Google addresses. I've heard great feedback on that. So you just start typing the address, it automatically populates. You can edit the columns on your dashboard and project page. So let's say, for example, you want to add another column to your dashboard and you really want to see, hey, who's the estimator on that project? Or what is the gross margin on that project? Or what is the sales status of this project? You can add or subtract these columns to see the information that you want to see. Signatures, I already touched on that. Global search, we saw how I utilize that. So those are some enhancements that we've done. Pull contacts in automatically, I showed you that as well. And then file data page is now named projects. So the reason why we did that is because that's what everybody was calling it. So file data was, I call it a Christmas ham that, back in the day, somebody named that and people were like, oh, file data, okay. But in reality, it's projects, and that's what we changed it to. So those are some of the enhancements. Again, all of these are in the support center so that you can see how it all works. Now, exciting stuff. Q4. What are we currently working on? What's coming out in the next quarter, this quarter, so this month, next month? Number one, new security levels. So right now we have 4 security levels. We're adding 2 more based off of your request. Those are executive and view only. So the reason why we've done those is because we need to give executives certain permissions to do certain things within the system and also limit them from doing certain things in the system, right? Because we don't want people to break things, right? Sometimes an executive might get excited to go in there and make some change and not realize the ramifications downstream because they're not attending all the workshops like you guys are here today, right? So we have given them a special license so that we can give them the abilities to do the changes that they need to make and work with the champion to make changes to the system that they need to make. So excited about that. View only. This is more probably for administrative type people or someone that is just going in to pull a report or something like that. Or maybe you're an assistant or something like that, that you need to view only, but not make changes or edit any kind of files. So we get that request often. Celebrations, excited about this. You'll notice it here in about a week or so when something new is going to happen when you win a project. So I'm just going to leave that out there as a teaser, and we're going to call it a celebration. That when you win a project, it's great because you're serving people, you're getting paid for it, the company's growing. So we're calling that a celebration. Excited to roll that out. Number 3, automated follow-ups. So you saw we did templates. Now we're taking those templates to the next level. And automated follow-ups will allow you to schedule those templates out so that they can follow up with your leads, with your bids automatically. So follow-up is automating your follow-up. Excited about that. So that's coming very soon. A couple of other things here. This is more around admin features. So required fields. Sometimes we would get feedback. My salespeople are using the system great, but sometimes they forget to put in this field or that field or this field, and I really need that field for a report. So that's what required field is all about. So what you're able to do is say you cannot close this project unless you have this field filled out, right? And it'll give you a notification, say, hey, this field is a required field. Pretty straightforward. Coming soon. Custom job IDs. Everybody has a different way to give their job number or job ID on, I've heard every single way on how to do that. You're going to be able to customize it to how you guys do it at your company. Some of you might be using the follow-up generated ID. Some might not, but this will allow you to automatically customize and generate a job ID. And then lastly, edit and hide field labels. So we've done this, we're working on this feature so that you can really have follow-up fit like a glove at your company. For example, you'll notice in follow-up the account manager field. Some people don't like that term and they would rather say project manager or salesperson. You're going to be able to take that label and edit it to fit your company. So those are the major features that are coming in Q4, and we're going to be working on a lot of stuff. We already have 2022 planned. Super excited about that. It's going to be great. We're taking follow-up to the next level. We're growing fast. We're super excited, especially for our customers that are on board with us right now. So that's what we have today for this product update webinar. What I want to do is pause, see if there are any questions in the chat. So post in the chat or in the Q&A if there are any questions, and happy to answer them for you live. No questions means that we're good. So thank you everybody for joining us here today. If you're interested in the proposal generator or learning more about the features, there's two ways. Either you can reach out to me individually. You can also join our Tuesday training that's free. Christine does that every Tuesday. You can sign up through the help chat on the bottom right-hand side of your screen. Chat with us, reach out to us. We'll happy to hop on another call, dive in deeper to how all of these new features can help your company. Have a good day. Thanks, Ari. Thanks, Carla. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye, guys.